we're working on attacking as a team, but we're expanding a bit on what we've been working on so we can recover from more variety of play. So if we could just go over what we did last lesson. So what were the main points that we learned from last lesson?
So I'm going to talk to you about safety. Now, there's a couple of times in this lesson that we're going to be using more than one ball. They'll be using like 3 or 4, but just make sure that there's no ball on the court when you start a free ball or a intensity. That's right. You guys lacked your intensity last lesson. Make sure that you're in your ready positions when you're playing on the court. I also thought that maybe you guys weren't heaps aware of who should be doing the covering depending on the different positions, because we only showed this one in particular. Who do you reckon should cover if the setter was to set to this one?
So we're working again today with the back setter. So if we can just remember that the setter starts back and then transitions forward. So that's one of our key points from today, transitioning. So towards the net and back from the net is one of the big things. The other thing is covering all your players. So we'll work into that a little bit more, but that's the aim of today, learn how to cover all of your players.
That was really good then, because, sorry guys, Jared did a nice, I think it was Jared who did a block, and Phoebe did a nice little cover. So we're really wanting to cover the keeper.
I saw on this side, I'm not sure about the other side, but these guys did really well, lots of communication, a lot of good setups as well. A thing that I want to be wary of is that always being ready, because not only do we need to be ready for a pass or a dig or a set, but we need to be ready to be moving in and out of transition. We need to be ready to cover. Make sure making that funnel transition back. If it was 2 and it was 4 over this side, Dukes did the right thing by coming forward, but it was probably one of your positions. Okay, so even when you were setting up as an attacking team a perfect set and you called it for 4 and it had been spiked perfectly, what sometimes, even when you're doing the right stuff, meant that you still lost the point. If we just has B as a blocker and one of the blockers will feed, and you've got H as your hitters, P as your passes, and S as your setter. Okay. So the ball's going to come over here in a free ball, so we can call out free ball on this side as the attack. It's going to come to the passer. The passer's then going to pass it up to the net where the setter's going to take it and take up their hit, and then one of the hitters is going to spike it, and the blockers is going to try and block. Okay, the thing we need to focus on, if you can see these lines here, this is where the movement will be. So if this blocker is passing over to the free pass, they're then going to move up to the net. As this ball is coming over, the hitters are going to move off the net, and the setter's going to move towards the net. So we are doing that transition from being a hitter at the top of the net, stepping back away from the net, being a setter in the backcourt, coming towards the net, and just this passer here who has to come up for the block. So they're your transitions.
To cover the hitter, we sometimes can call it a funnel. So if there was a block, you could create like a funnel kind of effect. So this one, and this one go in to go around the hitter. So then that's like how you cover, but we refer to it as like a funnel. So if we say, make a funnel, you know what that cue means.
We're going to go back into the first game that we were playing and try to employ this covering and funneling the person who's hitting.
If we see someone funneling, so if we see the extra funnel, we'll give them 2 points. So really encouraging the funnel. We're just going to go travel fishing. So who's number 1 on this side? 1. Who's number 3? So who can tell me what our lesson objectives were? What did we learn today?
Funnel.
So why don't we funnel?
Protect the space.
Protect
To help your...
So just like covering your blocker is really important, so is covering your attacker. So I know there's some new rules and there's lots we just did, but it's really good to see you guys working, and communication is the #1 thing. If you can communicate well as your team, you can get that movement happening. So if we could get the team that was playing on this side to help pack up these nets, and the team playing on that side to help pack up these nets.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.